going on, y'all? Jimmy Macram, Marcus Cash. It's time for the April 21st edition of the All Elite Recap, or AE Recap if you prefer.
All Elite Recap.
For Wednesday Night Dynamite. This is our first since there's no NXT, right?
Yeah, I believe we won the Wednesday Night Recap war. Hi, Romeo and Chris. How's your new night?
The douchiness is coming completely from that side of the couch. But we did win without being here.
Winner.
How you get fired on our day off? I'm joking. Don't do that. We're joking. These are all jokes. We're joking. We love the show. As for the actual fucking recap, which we're doing.
Sorry, we had to. We won.
Hangman Page and Ricky Starks kicked off the night. Kicked off what I thought was the second good week in a row.
Yep.
Kicked off what I thought was the second well-booked week in a row.
No concern. Is Anthony Khan okay?
You know, SP3 always talks about he does this and he does that and he's got a podcast here. And how did he miss out on the biggest scoop of the month, which is apparently Tony Khan has fucking replaced himself? I've heard nothing about it. Not once on Tru Heel Heat at all. Oh, whatever. Because somebody else is booking the show. Anyway, I love the opening.
Never heard that anywhere.
What?
That somebody else is booking a show.
I haven't heard it anywhere. What's going on? Is this the best kept secret in the planet? I thought Starks and Hangman Page had the second best match of the night, quite frankly. I love how gritty it felt. Part of that was unintentional, because
yeah.
Starks took a bad moment too. But I know Ricky is ridiculous. See his entrance for further proof. How did he do the guns? I didn't see the guns.
He got blown. And he put it in a holster.
Because Hangman's a cowboy, you get it? I thought the match was really good. And as ridiculous as Ricky Starks is, sometimes his ridiculous does add to the real fight feel of it. Yeah. Like if Hangman's hanging on too long, he will throw rabbit punches to get a guy off of him. Which is hilarious and looks ridiculous. But it does feel real to me.
It's pointed and it works.
Yes. Or he'll kick kind of annoyedly at you.
Like, shit.
Get off me. That bump he took from the German suplex.
Where he landed on his head.
Yes, and then played it off like later on his feet. Worked splendidly. I like the finish. What's it called? What's Hangman's finishing move called?
The buckshot lariat.
No, the submission.
Oh, that's the first time I've ever seen him use it. So.
Oh, that shit was clean though.
Yeah, it was reminiscent of Brian Kendrick's Hangman choke or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, we noticed that Starks was selling the leg after the springboard. I thought he might have hurt himself, but apparently it was just a play into the finish where fucking Hangman grabbed his fucking neck and then pulled back and grabbed the injured leg and then.
Which is genius, because I thought he literally landed wrong on a springboard.
No.
And he's like, oh, he tweaked it or whatever, and he's kept selling it.
Yeah.
Imagine that. A wrestler in 2021 that they have a spot and they keep selling that injury spot.
Yes. Ricky Starks is one of the best in the business.
I'm
kind of by default, right?
Mystified.
You know what helped this match? The fact that JR was completely invested, as he should have been, and it was very well done.
You know what helped keep JR invested?
What, sir?
Two good wrestlers that are good at what they're doing. They can tell a story in the ring. And have proper builds, and are not flying around, and are selling.
You know?
They also both have two names.
Hangman's got three. How about that?
Actually, technically, they both have three.
We're not comparing the nickname of Ricky Starks to Hangman, who uses Hangman frequently as first name. Come on, don't do that. Why are we even talking about names? How do we get on this?
Sorry. It's an outside tangent.
I think Hook came in after that, right?
Yes.
As a Taz distraction.
Well, there was a Taz distraction, yes.
Yeah, Hook came in.
I think, did Hook miss his spot? Because Taz was, it kind of felt like, you should watch your back. You should watch your back.
I just felt like Hangman
didn't
get it. And then the Dark Order came out to make the save. I guess I'm still here for the Dark Order Hangman stuff. It seems to have faded into the background. But yeah. I could say that about Hangman's entire career. I love Hangman. I was Team Hangman winning the belt. Now, even though it feels like he's the only opponent left for Omega, I'm not sure I really want to see that right now.
I don't. Altogether. Yeah.
Because Hangman's cooled
off? That's putting it very gently. He was red hot, and now he's
Can we heat him back up?
How? Like, I appreciate the showcase wins, sure, but like,
okay, you got something you thought?
Those
showcase wins.
But like, okay, Ricky Starks isn't a contender for Omega's belt, so that's not doing much for me and telling me that Hangman's gonna be the guy to beat Omega.
I have a question. This feels very far-fetched, considering we just paid him a lot of money. But if this leads up to Hangman versus Christian, and then Hangman goes with Christian like a number one contendership match, will you buy into Hangman versus Omega again?
I have to become okay with Christian being in that number one contender.
Knock it off.
What?
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
He's not.
I'm not
a number one contender. As I'm not trying to, but he's not.
We're not dealing. Listen, sir. I want you and Britt Baker are the only people who deal with these fucking rankings. Enough. Enough of the rankings. Stop dealing with it. I will get to Britt Baker in a second. Otherwise, the scenario I just gave you.
I don't know how you heat up Hangman Page. I don't know if Christian is it.
Okay, fair enough. Next was Penta versus.
Give me a second so I scroll. Trent.
I'm mad you did the question mark too. This match was fine. The highlight is always Penta's guy.
Alex, something.
Who Jim Ross is in love with, because he won't stop talking about how he's falling in love with his new character. How Alex is falling in love with his new character. Yeah. It's a bit uncomfortable, I think. A little too kayfabe for me, which I never thought I'd say about JR. But the match was fine. I mean, Penta's fun. He's always fun. Trent's really good.
Penta will not give up his chance to do his little pose at any cost, even his own detriment to possibly winning a match.
Yeah. I don't know. Speaking of people who cooled off, I think we missed the boat on Best Friends too, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I like the win when he got stabbed and came back, and that was a nice moment.
I would have wrote it up already though. Like.
Oh? I was talking about putting the belts on at that point, well, a couple of months ago.
I maybe the rest of them, but I would have took Trent and did something.
Oh,
but then he got hurt.
You're big on Trent. You and JR.
I'm bigger on Trent. The other two, they're nice acts.
Boy, he turned on Orange Cassidy fast.
They're nice acts.
He turned on him fast, boy.
They're nice
He
acts.
kicked him right down the guard. Orange Cassidy was his guy.
This
guy. And then he's just over it.
He's
just over it.
Yeah,
he's been turned.
It's
almost cultish, I'd say. I don't know.
No, it's...
Yes.
No.
You see.
That's not it.
Turned on him, boy.
That's not it. That's like
when you're hanging out, and then the cool kid comes around, the cool kid's like, man, when you hanging out with him, he's a loser. You're like, you know what? Yeah, he is a loser.
No, it's... it's just...
During the cult of Coordinator, he completely threw Orange Cassidy out the way.
It has nothing to do with James.
Okay.
It's like, I said this before, I see the same thing from OC all the time, and I was like, great, we're not being inventive anymore, like nothing is new, it's the same thing.
He has no curveball, you're saying.
Like,
I agree.
You know what it is? It's no replay value. Orange Cassidy is a great video game, when I played it once.
You know what, I'm mostly in agreement with this. I think he jumped the shark to wherever he is. Yeah. When he fought Chris Jericho. At least the second or third time, I was
like, I don't think Orange Cassidy is an every week on my television kind of guy.
You know what? Now that you mention it, he might be a fucking, we're having a backstage fight and we open up the door and Orange Cassidy's standing there kind of guy. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But every week,
like one-offs and special appearances, that way you can even make it a bigger deal. Sure. But every week and he's feuding with like Chris Jericho when that was a thing? No.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not gonna knock it too bad. Who won the match? I'm gonna say Trent.
No.
Okay.
Penta El Zero Miedo, terrible name. Beat Trent.
That's plenty of names. How many names you want?
It's bad though.
There we go. Some more Cornette rubbing off.
No, it's just
I'm
a bad
joking because Cornette's a racist piece of shit.
It's just a bad name. Package pile driver. Put Trent away.
This match was fine, but now that we've kind of gone over it, this is kind of another throwaway of the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it was,
Very unmemorable, clearly, so we're stumbling all over it. Next was, gotta be the Pinnacle.
Yeah, the Pinnacle's interview.
Yeah, the show flew by, and I wouldn't have flown by if that wasn't followed by something brilliant. MJF, it's a little slow with the scarf stuff.
The scarf stuff could have.
I could have got rid of that completely. But the promo, first from Wardlow, who was fantastic in his own threatening kind of way, about how Chris Jericho stumbled over his words when he brought up Wardlow's name. Which,
an iconic promo. So you got to me.
Then you started stumbling because you knew you were saying something wrong. Oh Jesus!
The second my name came out your mouth, you know you messed up, right?
That's what I felt like once. You know you fucked up, right? You know that, don't you? And then MJF went off. Best promo in the business? Entirely possible. And as much people loved Chris Jericho's promo last week, apparently they called it an iconic promo, a moral promo, some shit.
I think iconic was the word.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, but that feels strong.
Yeah, it was really good.
I thought MJF's better, quite frankly.
I don't know if it was one of Jericho's best promos.
To be fair, we got a long list of Jericho promos.
Long list.
I could have that one.
In fact, a scroll comes to mind immediately in terms of Jericho promos.
That promo did not make the list. This promo from MJF was fantastic. It did make the list for me. His best promo in a long while. And it's fun for me to see him kind of move away from the corny stuff he was doing with the Inner Circle.
Yes.
To more serious MJF. And he continues to put over Jericho in his own subtle kind of way. He keeps calling him the GOAT. But essentially he's here to replace him.
Yeah.
He's not good for 25. He's good for whenever.
He's good, period.
Better than you.
And you know it.
God damn!
MJF was on fire. That was a great promo. Wardlow getting a chance to speak. I thought they just positioned Wardlow so he could be on camera while MJF was speaking. But no, they also gave Wardlow a shine.
And it was good.
You got
a really good job.
Yeah, you got half of Dax Harwood's face. This was a good promo. Right? Cash and especially Spears you put over there.
Jesus. Okay. Are you really not fan? Man, it's not like you've thrown on the bus. You used to love Sean Spears. What's his name before?
Ty Dillinger.
You used to love Ty Dillinger. And you loved Sean Spears originally.
He's a perfect 10.
What the fuck happened?
I like the worker.
You get bored with people fast. That's why.
I like the worker. I love Ty Dillinger. Sean Spears, I understand, is in this group for one reason, and it's to eat the losses. I'm here with you. That's why he's there. It's so MJF doesn't get a pin. It's so FTR doesn't get a pin.
You could have split the losses between FTR.
No. You can't do that to the greatest tag team of all time.
First of all, Dax just tapped out the Jungle Boy. What are you talking about?
Jungle Boy's going to be a star. There's exceptions.
Jesus. Yeah,
you can't.
Jungle Boy's one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm being sarcastic. What?
Yeah.
All right.
Jungle Jack Perry's going to go places.
What happened next, sir? Jesus fucking Christ. Jungle Jack Perry. You and JR is better. And me when I want that.
It's going to happen. Next match. Tay Conti versus Hikaru Shida for the women's title.
First things first, I gotta say it every week. Women's title is ugly looking belt. Not nearly as ugly looking as NWA women's belt, which is the ugliest belt I have ever seen. I only say it every week, and I will continue to say it every week, even if it doesn't fit. You see Mortal Kombat? It was really ugly, not as ugly as NWA women's belt.
Both a little bit worse than the Josie Princess, whatever title from New Japan.
The match, however, first of all, the video package should have went earlier in the night.
Yes.
In fact, I might have opened the show with it, quite frankly.
Yeah. Or put this match later if you're going to put that video package now.
Yeah, I don't like video packages, unless we're on pay-per-view or something.
Yeah, like
I don't like video packages.
Right before the match?
Right before the match.
I don't even like that on pay-per-view, quite frankly. Just give me something to look forward to.
The match, however, was really fucking good. Sheeta kind of played the subtle heel throughout, smiling, growling, just doing all types of shit. And she pulled out moves you haven't seen her do, at least not in AEW. I don't want to hear about her Japan days.
Yeah.
In AEW,
well,
she
actually, 3 years ago, I don't know. I didn't see it. I didn't see her do it.
There's one spot where she flips Ty on the fucking turnbuckle and she slams her back on that shit. And then Ty, like, she died.
Yeah. Very Roderick Strong-like with the backbreaker on the top turnbuckle.
It was clean. I love this match. I'd say it's my favorite Sheeta match. Definitely since Penelope Ford on the pay-per-view. It might be my favorite Sheeta match, period.
It is my favorite Sheeta match, period. And I don't have to think that hard about it.
Wow. I love that Penelope Ford match?
I very much enjoyed the Penelope Ford match. I don't think it's close.
Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you. I felt like
Shida pulled out moves in this match she didn't pull out for Penelope Ford.
Agreed.
So she already had to up her game. Or at least present her game that I didn't know she fucking had.
She definitely felt more motivated for this match.
Yeah.
I wonder if because they told her what's about to happen. Like, you only got a few more of these left.
Yeah. Like, hey, Hikaru, you've been kind of sucking lately.
Jesus, that's strong.
You know, I don't know if you've noticed, we haven't been putting you on TV as much, despite the fact that you're our champion. To the point that we're even putting another champion here instead of you. And you get to sit in the crowd.
Sorry. I'm not gonna let you get away with this.
Step it up.
I'm not gonna let you get away with this. Because when we mentioned, I'm trying to think who the guy was. That might have been, what's the fucking my man with Prince on NXT?
Velveteen Dream.
When you mentioned Velveteen Dream, right? What I did, you gave me every excuse in the book for why he's not that guy anymore. In the ring, in particular. Sheeta's been in the ring with in the ring and under the ring with Abaddon. She's been in the ring with Mizunami. Why are we not giving Shida any breaks for this nonsense she's had to deal with? Come on now. Forget about that, huh? Forget about the under ring nonsense. What is she supposed to do here? What do you want from me?
You know what? I do apologize. I completely forgot it would be hard to keep the will to even wrestle anymore. Once you share the ring with real Mizu fucking Nami.
I love that you never mentioned Abaddon biting her on the neck and then bleeding and then she's crawling out like it's a horror movie. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
Not nearly as bad.
You're ridiculous. And then an unmotivated...
And I don't have to think about it.
And
not nearly as bad.
Unmotivated Nyla Rose like, oh Jesus, we're still doing this?
Fuck off. Jesus. Worst women's wrestler I think I might have seen.
Gee, oh my God, you made it.
That they take seriously, not not the joke of the fucking Divas era of WWE. Like,
fair enough.
Actual women's wrestler stinks.
Okay, well there you go.
Anyway, best Shida match I've seen in AEW.
Yes.
Get back to my point.
Kante is most improved player for me recently. She's been on her game ever since that tournament.
She's got a star written all over her.
She does, but she's gonna have to take a back seat.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while. You gotta wait a little bit.
As good as you are, lady, you are. You know who you are? I'm telling you how good you are. You are splendid. You are the Rock in '98, but you are behind somebody, and that's how that goes. Because Go Baker, after Shida won this match, would be Steve Austin as an example. First of all,
are we still using the NWA women's belt? Like, can we throw that on Tay Conti?
I love that. Do you want to desecrate that body with that hideous looking belt?
She might make the belt look good.
Go Baker, Britt Baker, Dr. Britt Baker.
Dr. Goat.
For those of you at home, I don't know who we're talking about. Once the Go came out, I popped immediately, as you did you. And then she decided to look at the Contron.
Hashtag Contron.
She has moved up to #1. She is the #1 contender.
I love the real timeness of it.
Fucking JR said that was fast. Nigga, how fast do you think this doesn't happen? What do you think with waiting?
Well, I mean, you'd expect like at the end of the night, then the tech guy or whatever does it.
Can we keep this shit to yourself? I love Jim Ross. The greatest commentator, color, play-by-play, or otherwise, ever. Some of the shit he needs to keep to himself.
No.
Some of the shit is outrageous.
No. It has the product.
It does not. Most of the time it does. This was not one of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I was fast. Shut up! Jesus.
She comes out, the second Tay Conti loses. Britt Baker points up to the Contron. Here she is at #1. I love this.
Shh. And it got even better because she grabs her fucking candlestick and flings it at her. I was like, finally, some fucking. Look, she is motivated. Otu was a good opponent in another one.
She got some fire about her.
And Go ducked like she almost got murdered.
Yeah.
And decided to take a stroll. I'm here for Go Baker versus Shida. I was a little concerned that Go Baker might have any opponents since they fucking waited so long once she wins this belt. But she can face Ty. And she can face Statman. And
I mean, you'd imagine a rematch with Shida would be the first.
I hope not.
I hope not also. But you'd imagine it's probably one of the first ones.
Go Baker and Rio. There's lots of people, unfortunately, your girl could be in there too. There's lots of people Go Bigger has not. Yeah, Mizunami. There's lots of people Go Bigger has not.
That's not my girl.
Let's go. Let's
be clear.
That's not. I think they got the point when you fucking went on a 2-minute tangent in the middle of people we're not talking about.
Stinks. She's right up there with Marco's side. It's really bad. one of the worst things on that roster.
I'm looking forward to Goldberg's title reign. What's the point of trying to make? There's some people there she could face, and it would be awesome.
I don't think she'll do it. But with that belt, when she wins it, she better win it.
If she doesn't win, I'm done. I'm letting you know right now. I'm done.
Anthony, I know you watch, because you switch things up based on what we're talking about. You better put that belt on Brittany Baker, okay? But when she wins, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Women's Champion, should she point to the plates on the belt?
No, there's 12 fucking plates on that goddamn ugly ass belt.
No, there's like a small one, a big one, and a small one.
No, there's at least 5. In fact, there is 5.
There is?
Yeah.
That's how you go?
So I remember thinking we should just get rid of the 2 in the middle and expand the middle one to make it bigger.
Yeah, well, I tried.
I'm here to help. Next was Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle. Cutting promo. The promo was fine, I thought. I thought Jericho was really good. He's always really good, to be fair. Even though he's gotten a little corny in his last year and shit. And a little I'm not sure what the word I'm looking for is hypocritical. I said the word I'm looking for because he goes on how people just stand around while MJF's talking. Meanwhile, last week this is exactly what the Inner Circle did. Was stand around while Chris Jericho delivered a 20-minute promo. Not complaining, I'm just saying I noticed. This week, however, other people got some shine. Jake Hager, I cringed for most of it. As soon as we got the microphone, I was like, Jesus.
I don't know why we need to keep attempting to try to get Jake Hager over. He's not getting over on his own. So whenever that group breaks up, like I think the Hager thing is done. Or should be.
Or we should go
send
him back to the Big Hurt. He works as the Big Hurt. Just a silent.
Yeah, let him be like Sammy's muscle or something.
Sounds
and let them just split off and do their own thing. He's just Sammy's guy. But like he had props. Like he brought straws with him to get to the point that they're gonna like break their mouths and make them drink food through a straw. Like
Yeah, no talks.
Especially with the props. Like I understand what you're doing. The props made it worse.
Sammy kind of jumped in every time Jericho said something. I was fine with that. That's kind of Sammy's new role since he pissed off Impact.
Ortiz, I think, gets to speak, which I think might be a good thing.
Santana got to speak for quite a bit. He was the Warlord of this segment, and it worked. First of all, he looks entirely more serious than the rest of them. Like he's not even in the same group. Like they're in DX and he's in NWO. He just feels significantly different than the rest of the group, and it works. The hair's a little longer now, so it works a little better. He's got the shades on. He's dressed in all black.
Star.
And not a lot of stars on the show. And not like Ortiz, who's like the best, who's dressed like he should be in Aces and Eights. He just is. Santana looks like I don't want to say he's not really like a gangster. He looks like
I was gonna say, did TNA ever have any cool groups? Like
that's the closest we can get. Yeah. So yeah, I'm fond, and I will be more fond when Santana kind of goes off on his own.
Yeah. Santana was definitely NWO. Ortiz is like very when they put the NWO back together.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Or he's in NWO, but he's Scott Gordon.
Right, he's NWO. Hey, NWO Silver. He's one of the Harris brothers.
Apparently there's going to be what they said it was going to be? A parlay. A parlay next week. Not another word? Red Dead Redemption. But,
which you can see on his channel.
I guess I'm looking forward to it. Because MJF and Chris Jericho are obviously very good on the mic. But this feud...
The feud is kind of
I felt like it blew up when fucking Jericho stabbed the motherfucker with a pencil. Was that Santana?
When they had the brawl when he took back the locker room?
Yeah, that was the blow to the feud for me. Like
that was kind of the blow.
I'm over it. Like, cool. That was fun. Now we're done with it, right?
Yeah. It was like, oh, right. There's matches to be had.
Right. And so we got the revenge. Okay. So now what? Oh, we gotta stand around and wait for Blood and Guts. Gotcha. All right.
For several weeks. Until Blood and Guts. I could have spaced out a little bit better.
I definitely could have spaced out better.
But,
MJF Warlord escape. Yeah, I did a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's just,
Then we got a Tyson detour.
I guess I appreciate the parlay because it's not like a contract signing or some trope that you see all the time.
Jericho's pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Kind of change things up just a little bit.
Yeah, I was like, alright, it's a parlay. I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what a parlay really is. Sure. Let's see it. I wish we could just fast forward to the pay-per-view for this particular feud, but at least it's something different, and I'm curious because I don't know what the answer is.
Indeed. Who's up next?
Our favorite match of the night.
Okay.
QC Marshall and Billy Gunn.
Your sarcasm is noted.
It's not our favorite match of the night.
It was not. It's the least.
That was a women's match, right?
Yes.
Okay.
With Relative Views?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's the best match of the night with Relative Views. It was my favorite match of the night with Relative Views. It was still the best match of the night, just not Views. I want to give QC Marshall an apology, even though we didn't do the recap last week. We kind of shat on his outfit because we thought it was like Charlie Harper from 2.5 Men.
With the bowling shirt.
Or like a bowling shirt. Apparently he's going for Tony Soprano.
Which is more your avenue than mine.
Tony does dress very similar to Steve, except he's a gigantic man. So these shirts not hang over his stomach, but he's also fucking 6'4", whatever the fuck he is.
Oh, tall, okay.
Yeah, and he's got gold chains and shit, and he's a mobster. So you just kind of get it right off the bat. And he's surrounded by other mobsters, which I guess would be Go-Go's role. I'll become Go-Go from now on, by the way.
Go-Go. The governor.
I did not get that vibe in QT at all. He doesn't appear tough. He doesn't appear particularly smart.
I don't get mobster from, what's Bailey's boyfriend's name? I don't know, Anthony Solo?
Bum. If we were going for mob aesthetic, then I think everybody had to dress that way, and they don't. Caveman's got his own thing going on.
A bit too much. The large trench coat is a bit much.
This is a weird situation because I like the look, just not for him.
Yeah. It's a cool jacket. Right? Like, I maybe give that to frizzy hair guy. Like, because a Go-Go's got a body. You want to show that off.
Which is why he wears possibly tight suits.
Right? And it works. Yes. He's got style. Nick Caveman, he just needs to be out here just no shirt.
Looking like a caveman.
Just no shirt.
No shirt.
Put the skinny one in the trench coat.
Yeah, it's the clean ass jacket. It's just like, I don't see caveman in it.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what it kind of feels like? I don't want to bring any fucking comparisons along those people's in mind. It kind of feels like what's jacket. He used to wear Brody Lee.
Ah.
It feels very similar. Like I'm a really big deal, except you're not a big deal. You're standing behind this guy who's wearing a fucking bowling shirt.
Actually, maybe when the group breaks up and you powerbomb QT through something, then you can bust out the jacket.
Ooh, sounds good. The match was awful.
Terrible.
That's strong.
It was bad.
I said awful. He said terrible. I said that's strong. Yeah, absolutely. Very bad. That's right. It didn't need to be there. Billy Gunn doesn't want to bump anymore. I'm not even knocking him. If I haven't bumped him for 30 years, I don't want to bump anymore either.
He doesn't even fall for his moves that require him to fall.
Nope.
He has about 30 different slams that he's supposed to go to the ground with also.
Not anymore.
Nope.
They've gone from slams to tosses. I can't knock it. But he did take... What finish did he take? Oh, the diamond cutter. After there was a whole scrum that was really silly, quite frankly. I gotta be honest. The more I talk about this match, the more it bothered me.
It was really bad. Like, really bad.
Like, fucking Caveman is battling... The Caveman and... What's that one's name? Not Go-Go, the other one. Bailey's boyfriend.
Yeah, I don't know... Skinny. Like, I don't know his name.
Double B. BB. Caveman and BB are fighting the Gun Boys, and then they end up going to the back.
They disappear.
Yes, and then we're having our singles match between these two old guys. And then a Go-Go pops up out of nowhere, and then Go-Go hits a really gun from right here to the stomach, which takes him down. Then there's a diamond cutter, and then QT wins. Fair enough. Could have done with half of that maybe, or get rid of it altogether, as Cash would suggest.
Yeah, I would have done all that without the match.
But
then there's a whole big scrum after.
Yeah, fucking, who grabs the chair first? Is it QT? QT grabs the chair, because he's going to hit with it. And then here comes Dustin Rhodes. He has good music, by the way.
Yeah.
And to be fair, his music is awesome. We agree on this, right?
Yeah.
His music is awesome. He doesn't deserve it. His music's awesome.
He's not deserving.
He comes out.
He has good makeup, too, by the way. Wow.
I would think, and my guess, ready?
Sure.
I think, number one, he thinks it looks cool. That's number one. And, to be fair, it isn't new. So that's something. And number two, we mentioned when fucking Statlander showed up that too many people have the one-half makeup. So now one less person has the one-half makeup.
Okay, but why are we going for Sting's portrayal of the Joker? But in blue.
That feels like a stretch, because he doesn't have full face paint.
No, but he had like
Yeah, I know.
The wide mouth thing.
It could be like a shark.
Shit. Oh, yes.
To be fair, there's nothing you can do to make it like I'm not gonna.
Yes. It can be gold.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, but then they get a wooden chair. Random.
It's not random. It looks random, but it's not. Because there's the whole point of it is for the spot coming up. Because Caveman comes in.
But, like, you're just gonna not do that with the regular chairs that you always use?
What, you gonna butcher a steel? Look at you. Who wants to protect Kayfabe? You're about to fucking ruin the steel chair spot forever. And I think it has something to do with concussions and situations like that. Because I noticed nobody, I noticed, even watching WWE fucking a couple years ago, nobody's ever had this steel chair anymore, ever. Yeah. You don't want to be in trouble with CT and shit like that. So, you got this wooden chair, that looks like your head. And it breaks over Caveman's head, and he no-sells it. I'm here for it. I gotta be honest. I was nervous with to go.
Yeah, Nick Caveman looked like a complete badass. I do love the fact, though, that Nick Caveman was able to go off on that brawl with him and two lowercase b's and the Guns, but still make it back, while the Guns and the boyfriend stayed the fuck away from TV. They just stayed over there, off TV, where they belong.
If you were BB, I'm never gonna go with BB. This is really just.
I don't know.
Sir, we don't know your name, sir. And Bailey's boyfriend just.
Sarlo, something low. Which is what I think of him. Very low.
Jesus!
He stinks.
I don't know if you stink or not, sir.
I watch the product. I watch all 3 shows. He's bad.
First of all, you got Bailey, so that's. You're doing something right, sir.
He must have a hell of a personality.
BB, over the last 3 weeks, at least 2 weeks, is clearly treated as the least important member of this faction.
He's their Sean Spears.
That works. He's not the leader, and he's not the star, and he's not the other star.
And he will never be.
Can you imagine if Evolution just had another guy? Just one more guy. They just had one more guy. And he's just not.
If they've never kicked out Mark Jindrak, that's Mark Jindrak.
Yes. Actually, that's really disrespectful to Triple H, but it works otherwise. Caveman is obviously Batista, and Go-Go's Orton, and this is Mark Jindrak.
QT Marshall's Triple H.
And it's very disrespectful to Triple H. I don't care how over you think he is. He's always been better.
Wait, who's Flair?
I can't keep going. There's no other guy. Yeah. Unless you're saying that fucking BB's Ric Flair. I'll suck you right now.
I was gonna say, it's because QT's the old guy. And he's the one with the money, apparently, according to that whole Alley storyline we never should have had.
I feel like we're building up to Cody and QT again. I assume we're sticking with the whole fucking Nightmare Family situation. Ugh. I can do without it, to be completely honest with you.
I mean, that's really the only place it could go. Right?
And to be fair, I hate this frequently turns into a Cody Rhodes bashing product that we do here.
It's not hard.
When he's not here, it should be a little difficult.
Should be.
It is.
But when things are done with him in mind.
This match feels like one of his brainchildren. Like we gotta get these two guys on TV because we gotta keep it in the people's minds.
Like, I feel QT versus Cody Rhodes at that pay-per-view.
I wouldn't mind a faction versus faction match.
I prefer a faction versus faction match, but Blood and Guts. Wait, no, Blood and Guts is not on the pay-per-view, right? It's on one of the free TVs?
Yeah.
That's not a good idea. But,
if you give me an 8-man tag pay-per-view, I'm okay with it. To be fair, they'll probably do a 6-man tag and have BB as the manager.
I'm okay with that.
Jesus! Stop disrespecting BB!
He needed to go away.
Fair enough. What was next?
Christian Cage versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
I think this justified our feelings about Christian when he had his match with Kazarian. Like, Kazarian's not the right guy for him. No. Like, these two guys are exactly the same guy. Like, that's going to lead to a... Snorefest,
that it was.
That's strong. I was going to say a somewhat bland match, but a Snorefest, I suppose that works.
Yeah, that was... If it wasn't the fact that it was... I'm trying to be the most positive. If it wasn't for the fact that it was like, it's Christian's first match in AEW, yeah, right? That's a bathroom break match.
It is. And to be fair, you could have went to the bathroom a couple times and came back and the match still didn't happen.
Still going.
This was much better. Two distinct styles. Hobbs is younger.
Yeah, styles clash.
Insanely powerful. And Christian is always been a fantastic seller and bumper. He's edge bumper for years. And Hobbs took full advantage, just tossing around like a rag doll. I loved this match.
Made Hobbs look very good.
Made Hobbs look like a star that he should be. Christian looked like he was overpowered. He didn't look old. He just looked like, I don't care how old you are. This guy's way bigger than you are. You're fucked. And then looked smart because he pulled it out.
Yeah. And what I always appreciate is when there's a counter finish, it looks seamless and makes sense.
Okay. Which?
Like my least favorite fucking counter spot.
Okay.
Is whoever has a choke slam move, trademark or finisher, that they grab your throat, they flip the arm over, and then they lift you, and then it's just a little bunny hop behind the guy to go do whatever else we're gonna do. It's a bunny hop. They don't even jump that far. It's just whoop, I'm here now, and then they go and hit him with like whatever, a zigzag or whatever. Like, ugh. At least here he was going for a move, and then we ended up going into the unprettier or impaler or whatever they're gonna call it, kill switch. You know, it
worked because Hobbs was kind of taunting as he did it.
Yeah.
Let's focus. Christian, being the veteran, wily veteran, took advantage, hit the kill switch fast. Which is not a move you hit that fast, but he did as fast as he could. And it worked.
And it was seamless because if he put him here to put his arms behind him and then flip around, bang.
It was clean.
I liked it.
I liked it too. Ricky Starks came out to check on Willie Hobbs.
Alone, by the way. No cage.
To be fair, I'm checking the Powerhouse Hobbs. That's weird. Except it's going to lead to fucking Starks versus Cage, and I'm here for that. Well, you gotta get his hands on some cage. I'll take Christian Cage.
I need my hands on one of the cages.
And it's Christian, and I'm okay with that.
But yeah, you check on Powerhouse Hobbs because he just got dumped on his head with the kill switch.
Fair enough. That's gonna be a really good match. We talked about that kind of clash of styles with Hobbs and Christian. Christian and Starks is also clash of styles. Starks is what Kazarian was when he was good. That was mean. I apologize. I like Kazarian. But to be clear, Starks is on another level at this point.
Oh yeah.
Starks is like upper tier in AEW?
Up the upper mid card?
I don't mean like his position, I mean as far as his work.
Oh. He's top shelf.
Yeah. Like I didn't even think about his position. And yes, he's also significantly higher on the fucking card than fucking Kazarian is at this point. Sorry, that's how it works.
He's top shelf. Work wise, he's top shelf. Yeah. Like there's few that can touch Ricky Starks right now as a whole package.
Agreed. What would that list look like? Kenny Omega?
Yeah.
Pac?
Moxley?
We'll get to that in a second. Yeah, because I enjoyed him more this week. He's still a little cartoony, though. It works.
But he makes his matches work.
He does.
His matches are not my favorite, but he makes them work.
Is that the end of the list? We're talking about the total package or just in the ring?
No, like character, talking, ring.
Okay, but if you're so good at one of these, you still go on the list. Like Rick Phoenix on this list. Just based on in the ring. He's the Chris Benoit of cruiserweights. I don't care what else he can do, besides marry your children. He is amazing. I'm taking Rick Phoenix.
Okay.
To a little long, but I'll take it.
You're exceedingly exceptional.
Yes. You're exceptional.
Those things.
MJF is also on this list.
MJF is on that list. This was a little more crowded than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, to be fair, there's 536 people in the AEW roster.
Yeah, too much.
Too much, yes. If Starks is 13, you are really high on the percentile. What was next?
The main event. Actually, before we get to the main event, since we just brought him up, backstage segment, there was Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston ramming their car into the truck? Trailer for the Elite.
I didn't want to say this, but luckily I remember it just in the nick of time. I love the way the show's booked, mostly. Because ever since we complained about it, actually mainly ever since NXT's been off the air, they've cut down the amount of people on the fucking show. We've gone from 100 to 70 or something. Whatever. I don't know the actual number. I know there's less people that just generally on the show, which I like. Because multiple people are getting multiple segments. The Elite got 2 segments. Jericho and MJF, they were in different segments, got 2 segments. And I felt like we should have done something with Kingston and Moxley. Them showing up, this should have been the first time we saw their faces. This is their return, essentially. They could show up to the building. They could have been looking for the Elite backstage. I wanted something with them. But I will take it. And as much as I loved the Callis promo, it was secondary to the assault by Moxley and Kingston. Ramming their car into this fucking trailer and then just being ridiculous as they act like little hoodlums.
Yeah. And their rapport with each other.
Fantastic.
Amazing. I saw a tweet somebody said they need their own they need their own like reality show. Yeah, I'm here for that. Over my head initially till I saw the replay. I don't know if it went over your head. At some point in the trailer, because they weren't there, the Young Bucks, Eddie Kingston decided to try to steal their fake Nikes, the Dior Nikes that the Young Bucks had.
I did not see that.
And so Moxley was going, why are you always trying to steal sneakers everywhere we go?
I did hear that. I didn't know what that meant, but I did hear that.
So he grabbed the Dior Nikes that the Young Bucks had.
Did you peep an explanation how they escaped?
I have no idea how they escaped. And I'm very confused about that. I want to say that it's one of those, I don't remember if this is NWO, DX, WCW, WWE, where, but wasn't there a thing where like they show that they're in a trailer and then when they go to look for them in a trailer, it turns out that was a pre-tape?
That's an easy explanation. It would explain the car honking.
Right, they did hear the car honk.
They could have two trailers. That would be a simple explanation. We've seen them several times.
Oh, and they painted one Elite, but the other one they didn't?
Yeah, whatever, you know? I mean, like, I don't need an explanation. I just wonder if you have one. That's fine.
I'm very confused. Comment down below if you have any idea what the hell happened there.
My actually favorite part of that segment was Moxley, for the second time, throwing the pipe through the goddamn window. And the Kingston was like, can you wait till I put my head out the way first? Like, this is fantastic.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
They're great. I'm ready for that tag team match.
Young Bucks versus Kingston and Moxley?
Yeah. I prefer like the Elite versus Kingston, Moxley, whoever. But I'll take this. Kingston, Moxley, and the three random people from Ohio and New York, whatever. And people, not wrestlers, just people.
One New York guy, one Ohio guy, one Nevada guy.
Just random hoodlums.
If we didn't have the other faction that we have, like Santana Ortiz is like perfect for that.
Fucking yes.
But they're a little busy.
Sadly.
So I don't know who else fits.
But I assume we're getting a tag match, which I'm fine with. I don't know if I mentioned, but Jay got another video package.
Yes.
Jay's on TV every week.
Another star.
She's got a lot of these stars on everybody.
Their future looks bright.
It does. We just gotta make it through the present first. Which I don't trust TK with.
Gotta keep it out of Anthony's hands.
Same, you've been doing good the last couple weeks. Keep letting whoever's doing it do it.
Whoever you gave it to.
Yeah, but Jay is definitely a good fucking star. I don't know what you do with her when you put if. I can't even have to say that. I can't even have to say that. If you put the belt on Go Bigger, I don't know what you do with Jade. Does she have enough people around to keep busy?
Well, all the other faces in the women's division. You just have her most of them. Because to be fair, as good as Jade Cargill looks, her only real test has been Red Velvet.
Yeah, but then who are you going to put him with her? Because remember, you have to also keep faces for fucking Go Baker.
Okay, so whoever's not facing Baker. Like,
I'm curious, go ahead.
Let's say the month that is Tay Conti versus Go Baker, right?
Okay.
We can have Hakarushiga and Jade Cargill.
Okay, that's
and then inverse, right? Who are the other faces? Like, there's more than one face in the women's division. Like Good Girl, I mean, Rio, right? Another example.
I don't know how it works, but go ahead.
One faces Baker, one of the other ones faces Jade Cargill. Big Swole and Kylan King are faces.
See,
right?
I guess those two are the two that would make sense to me because you can't have Jade because we are assuming Jade's going over these shoes.
She should be.
Again, she can't go over them and then have them turn around and face Go Baker. So it would have to be the other way around at the very least, and you're going to do it so many times mathematically.
Oh yeah, it's like I would expect she to get the rematch at first, right?
What's fucking Jade doing at this point?
All the ones that don't matter, like Kylan King.
What's Swole?
Right. Well,
I do Kylan King first.
Let's hold off on Swole.
I do Kylan King first because I don't want Jay beating up Darkies.
Hilarious. But yeah, one of the throwaway. I was like, she could beat up Colin King or Maddie Rankowski if she's a face. I have no idea.
And your girl, what's your girl? Layla Hirsch. Oh, we don't want to sacrifice Layla Hirsch. We're sacrificing Layla Hirsch. Get in there!
That's the hesitation, but yeah, we're sacrificing Layla Hirsch. I am curious how that move would work on Layla Hirsch though, because Layla Hirsch is like. But Big Swole, I hold off on a second because she does have a history with Britt Baker.
We're not putting her in a title match.
You could though, is the point. Like there's a thing, there's history, and then immediately when she loses, throwaway TV match for the title. Then you could feed her to Jade Cargill.
Fair enough. Main event time.
Yeah, speaking of titles.
Darby Allin versus Jungle Jack Perry, even though only 3 people in the world call him that.
Us two and Jim Ross?
That's correct. Though JR says so much, it might as well be 4 people. I really like this match. I didn't love this match. Mainly for reasons I'll get to. I get to every week, but I'm just exhausted. Listen, I get it. He's a star. He should be out there. He's the icon. That should let me know 400 fucking times. Sting! Woo!
That was hilarious this week, though. It's Darby Allin with Sting! And he's going to go up against... this is a complete throwaway with Sting! And he's going up against Jungle Boy.
Darby and Jungle Boy work well together, obviously. They're 2 good workers. There's 2 people who also can put it on that Starks list.
Yeah.
Well,
Darby, yeah.
Darby at least. Jungle Boy doesn't have a character.
Yeah, he doesn't have a character.
He's got music, but no character. We're getting there. We're also a full person. He's got ring work, he's got a couple names, and he's got fantastic music. All we need is a character and some promo skills. And
yeah, he got his stuff. That one promo, wow.
Cardboard.
Wow.
Anyway,
wow.
And they worked well together, I thought. Even though Darby was a little too much of a heel for me. If he's gonna be the face of the company, and he's obviously got a brighter future, at least at the moment, than Jungle Boy does, I want him working babyface. But the match was fine. Is it weird? I love the idea of a roll-up finisher.
I enjoy it. I like a secondary finisher that's believable, that's actually going to put away matches, so when announcers always lose their mind, this could be it. It actually could be it.
I can't think of one that was a roll-up, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not an actual move, it's just really like when you play possum in the video games, right? Like, you just hit that.
That's after me.
You just hit that special and you just go, okay, now you got this sneaky pinfall win real quick.
It's, I guess it works because it's pure technique. Like he sat down and devised a way to make a finish nobody can get out of. I like that as an idea. And you wouldn't think Darby would be the guy to do it. You'd think it'd be fucking one of the fucking FTR guys, quite frankly.
Yeah. They're a little too thick to pull off a move like that.
But it works for him. And Sting's presence was felt throughout. As they mentioned, they kept the camera on him to try and get that rating up. I understand. And I guess we're trying to use him to prop up Darby, but I don't think it's working as they think it should.
I don't think it's working, but...
Jesus, okay. Well, here's the thought processes. Worst case scenario is 1.1 or 1.2, and it won't be 1 point this week, million people get to see Darby every week because these are the maximum people who are going to tune in to see Sting. So, by proxy, Darby should be getting some kind of rep from this. That's the thought process, I would imagine. But to me, it's making him look like his little brother or his son or...
Yeah, it's
not the TNT champ.
I get Dominic Mysterio vibes with the Rey Mysterio at ringside.
Fair enough.
Which is a shame, because I don't like Dominic Mysterio. Darby Allin is significantly better. But...
Fair enough.
It's... And the Afterbirth is going to play a role into that. Because Darby gets the win with his, I think it's called the Last Supper.
You mean Aftermath? Afterbirth.
I'm going with Afterbirth, but I'm not
going to say Afterbirth. Oh, Jesus. All right. No, just continue, please. Continue. I apologize. Continue.
But after the fact, we have Paige and Sky, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky come out because their storyline or gimmick or what have you from their other 2/3 of their product is that
Dark and Dark Elevation.
Yeah, is that they feel overlooked for the TNT title division and they want a shot or something, and they both feel that they both deserve it, which is weird. But they come out, they want to attack Darby. Lance Archer comes for a save, which I'm not here for. I'm not here for face-ish Lance Archer whatsoever. They kick him in the balls, right? But like, this is a lot of people are thinking, leading up to Sting and Archer versus Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, when these two are a tag team because of how miffed they are with Darby Allin. Shouldn't Darby Allin be involved in this feud that we're launching, essentially at his expense? Instead of Archer and Sting?
Well, again,
shouldn't this be Archer and Darby?
You're complaining about something that hasn't happened yet.
But the consensus is Sting and Archer.
First of all, you of all people don't give a fuck what the consensus is.
I don't.
That's number one. So knock that off.
But everyone I've heard it from,
I know you don't get
everyone I've heard it from says Sting and Archer.
That was my guess, but I can't knock something that hasn't happened. But more importantly, is it just me, or has Paige and Sky already fallen on his face?
No.
You watch Dark and Dark Elevations, I don't know, but from what I've seen, they don't look impressive as a team. They just don't.
I'm not gonna say they need fine tuning. They need tuning.
Okay.
But I think there's potential there.
Ooh, as a tag team?
Yeah.
As two singles guys?
I don't know, a tag team or just a coalition.
Okay.
Of two dudes. I'm not sure which way yet. But I like it because from what I've seen, Ethan Page can talk. We've established Scorpio Sky cannot.
Yeah.
Scorpio Sky can go in the ring. I think significantly more so than Ethan Page. Granted, I haven't seen anything too impressive from Ethan Page. Don't know what the hell he's done in Impact. Never will. But I think they balance each other well in being able to provide something the other one doesn't have. That I think.
See, this is where we disagree. I agree with everything you said. I just disagree with your conclusion. To me, you take somebody who has an A plus mic work and somebody that has A plus ring work. You're saying essentially, A. I'm saying C this work, C that work, C. That's what I see. Essentially, we've just met in the middle. You're both average at everything. As together, you're average at everything, and you're very unimpressive.
I think if you put them in tag team matches, obviously Scorpio Sky carries a load, right? Ethan Page can do like hot tag stuff, right? Tag back out, let Scorpio get back in there, right? Ethan Page is carrying most of the promo work. I think you could have a thing there, especially as we get to the point where finally we can get Jungle Boy away from Jurassic Express, right? Finally we can, who else do I hate that I can think of right now?
Sting?
No, the tag team.
Tag teams? Jesus. Trent?
We can break up Trents, right? We can fire the guns. We can get we can clear up this tag team division significantly.
Oh, we're in agreement there.
Right?
This tag team division is a mess.
we can clean that up. We have a ready-made new tag team that AEW created, not that you got from Buffalo Pro Wrestling or Texas Pro Wrestling or Cali Pro Wrestling or whatever the fuck.
Alright, we've shot on the show a lot, though I would say we really enjoyed it actually. It
flew by. Did.
2 hours flew by.
We did. I enjoy when I'm able to see things and go, ooh, what if? How could this be? What will come of that? And I get a lot of that with this episode and last week. So I did enjoy it.
And I feel like the booking was really solid. Particularly with the... Go bigger. Sorry, I tried that with somebody else, but that's mainly where I'm at. Just don't blow this. That's all I ask. My biggest fear. Alright, I've used an analogy before. When I was a kid, I used to go towards the Russ. I'd always scared that I would fucking get hit by a car before I got to open my toy when I got home. Have you done this before? Yeah, frequently. Like, that was my main thought. And then my worst dreams came true. They get hit by a car. But Mr. Kennedy got hurt before he got the world title belt. That's exactly what the fuck happened. And now I'm concerned about Go Bigger. Something happened to Go Bigger before she wins this fucking belt. That's my number one concern. And I will never forget Tony Khan for it because it should have happened months ago.
Several months ago. But stars are aligned. You have this episode where it looked really good for Britt Baker, Tay Conti, Santana, Darby Allin, Wardlow, MJF. These young bucks.
Oh, and your boy, Ricky Starks.
And Ricky Starks.
Yes.
These young bucks, not the old bucks. But these young bucks looked really good. Future looks promising.
Indeed.
Eventually we get rid of all the old folks.
Jesus. Now these ratings fucking, no, they went up. I mean, last week they went up because NXT viewers came in. Then it went down to 1.1.
Yeah. But nobody our age watched it because they were watching The Challenge.
Apparently it was a 9.7% drop, according to somebody.
Watching NTV? It's 2021.
Nobody's watching. No, listen. I don't care what anybody says. I refuse to believe that 9.7% of people decided to watch the challenge that week. I don't believe it. I don't watch that.
Prime age males. The Challenge. I'm so confused.
If you like the show, I'm just saying you could DVR it and watch AEW instead.
Yeah, if you're a wrestling fan, you're watching the wrestling show first and DVR MTV.
I guarantee. Oh, I should get this. Before I guarantee. Yeah, fuck, I guarantee. I guarantee they will not get a 1.1 this week. Now, that said, I hope they do. Because I like the last 2 episodes. I want them to continue with this booking. I don't want Tony Khan to fire whoever he had to replace himself with. I want you to continue to do it. So I hope I'm wrong. I'm just not. Sorry. Plug?
You know, I was drinking from my coldest water bottle. And it's a really good product. Jimmy, don't you agree?
I do agree. I'm not in control of this channel, so I can't put the link down below, but I'll try to remember to put that in a message to Sid or something.
Yeah. But yeah, give us a follow everywhere. His battery is dying. My battery is dying. Follow that just about everywhere.
Post your comments over down below. Like, share, subscribe.